Welcome to another episode of When You Understand. To kick things off, here are the answers for last week's twists. Did you figure them out? If you didn't watch last week's episode or don't particularly care about the answers, feel free to skip ahead to this week's story. I've added chapter breaks to the video. But before then, let's check the answers. First, I know your age. A man gets on an express train and starts guessing everybody's ages correctly. The passengers are amazed, but one woman reveals that once the clock strikes midnight in 5 minutes, she'll be turning 1 year older because it's her birthday. This makes the man turn pale and reveal that it's not their ages he sees, but rather their lifespan. So what's the twist here? Well, if the woman's lifespan is 50, but she turns 51 in 5 minutes, then that means something terrible is going to happen to the train they're all on within the next few minutes. Second, old woman in the cabin. A parent goes looking for their missing children and stumbles upon a cabin in the woods. The old lady who lives there invites them in and talks about how nice it is to have company, as she's too old to leave the house anymore. She offers some soup with meat in it, and before taking a bite, the parent stabs the old lady. They soon realize they made the correct decision. Why? Well, if the old lady lives that far in the woods and doesn't leave her cabin, where is the meat from? The missing children, perhaps. So, how did you fare with these ones? Did you manage to guess both answers? Let me know how you did in the comments below. And now, without further ado, let's head into this week's story. This one's called Mother and Child. One day, I dragged myself to the train station after yet another evening of overtime to finally return home. It was the last train on the final day of a series of public holidays, and yet I was the only person on the platform. Naturally, it didn't make my mood feel any better. As I stared into space, thinking of nothing at all, suddenly a small child came running up the stairs towards the platform. It was a small girl, not something you usually saw at that time of night. Shortly after that, a woman who appeared to be her mother ran up the stairs after her. "It's dangerous, so don't run," she screamed. "Come here and hold my hand." The mother and daughter stood beside me, holding hands. The announcement for the arrival of the final train played over the loudspeakers, and as I heard the train approaching the station, I stood up from the bench. At that very moment, the mother ran forward with the girl, and then disappeared from the platform. What the? I panicked at this sudden sight before me. I pressed the emergency button on the platform, but as I looked around, I couldn't see the pair anywhere. Maybe I was in too much of a panic. I tried to do whatever I could to save the mother and child who jumped onto the tracks. "Hey, what do you think you're doing?" I turned around and saw a station attendant yelling at me. A mother and child, I was panicking so much I couldn't explain myself very well. At that moment, the train started to pull in. I was too late. I couldn't stop my body from trembling. I dropped to a squat and continued shaking. Then the station attendant turned to me. "It's okay, sir. I was surprised the first time I saw it too." So, what do you think really happened in this week's story? Leave your answer in the comments below and then tune in again next week to find out. Until then, stay safe guys, and I'll see you again next time.